Hello, this is WWJDTD1, JCC10 in Minecraft, having extreme lag, but still working with the red wire mod. I have all of the mods installed, which is the reason why I have such nice stuff. I also have too many items and simple single player commands and improved chat. But those are all of the mods that I have. I don't have anything extra other than those. So if I can stop lagging about. This is a tree, a fully automatic tree farm. The tree farm includes a way for that to get bone meal. So upstairs is a giant, is a big mob spawn arena, a mob spawn. Not giant, but it's pretty big. And then down here, yes, that should speed it up at least a little bit. Hopefully. Okay, yeah, that speeds it up a little bit. Okay, so basically this thing right clicks with the bone meal on the tree, which makes it into a log. Just as soon as it's a log, it becomes just as soon as it becomes a tree, it removes out of the logs into the tubing and places it into this chest, which, as you can see, it's already working correctly. The only issue is that I did not make the mob spawner high enough up or far enough away, so I do not get the items from it. As you can see, that's a simple single player command, SSP commands, and over here this is just all the other drops from the mob spawner, which, as you can see, I don't get any. These are air filters over here. These are filter out which one goes where. Now, the other thing is that this thing isn't quite fully automatic, because you can, as far as I can see, you cannot craft items like bones into bone meal and stuff like that. It would be really nice if you could add stuff like that in, if these pipes were to be compatible with Buildcraft. I'm not sure if they are, but then that would basically remove any reason for this. Now the other thing is, as the leaves slowly decay, they will drop down items, and the items will go there, which if I turn, oh, it should be picking up the items actually. If there was a place for the items to go, because currently this is full, I think, it would take the items from in here. Currently there's no more room for the saplings within the... That's a simple thing, that's the better chat, is the fact that I can do that and going up and down. So basically this is just one of the creations that you can make. I'll be going over more creations, but this is a 90% self-sustainable wood factory. I'm going to be trying to make a web server with this, and so having things like a wood factory that you don't need to actually work, have people making the wood, would make killing the other team a lot easier, because you don't have to have some of your villagers making useless wood. Now the only issues that I've had with this is I've been running out of bone meal because my mob spawner isn't far enough away. B, you can't. You have to use one of these repeaters in here. And C, I ran out of food. If someone can tell me what the simple single player command is to make yourself infinite health and infinite food meter, that would be really nice. Just no damage, no food decay, or something like that. Now, I only have one place where I can put in new items, which is where the drops come in. You could theoretically add in more, and even at that, you don't even need to add in more, because, like right here, I can turn that on, and I can just drop down, let's say, how much bone meal do I want? I can just drop down stacks and stacks of bone meal. And just basically throw down items, and it will pick up all of these items at the same time, unlike Buildcraft, which picks up, I do believe it's a max of a stack of it at a time. If you watch it, that's all of the items at the same time. There's no more items down there. So basically, that will pick up all of the items, and I just have basically a grid up here. I don't even take the time to do everything, because the grid allows the items to take the shortest path, no matter how long that path is, instead of just making different paths. Because as you can see, I couldn't figure out if coming from here, whether going... Another question that I have for the mod developer is... I have a few questions for the mod developer. Why, since this is a square, this is a rectangle, it would take the same time. Oh no, it wouldn't, because you see there's 2 blocks over here. I see how you did that. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, so right here, what goes down into here? Okay, so bones go down into here. Let's see which way it will take in order to get the bones to where the bones need to be. So let's see where the bones will go. Okay, so mod developer, why do the bones basically take random paths to get to where the bones go, and why do some of the bones take longer to go through? Because like there are 2 bones stacked there, and then the rest are evenly placed. So again, I'm going to be posting this hopefully to the mod developer, so then we can talk. The other thing that these hitboxes they just look off. Because like I can't hit there, that will hit the right behind it, but whatever. The other thing that I've had a little bit of trouble with things like, if I don't have too much lag to bear, but trouble with things like this. I tried to put it going around there and then going out, over, but doing it going through there, this wouldn't connect, this corner piece, and there's more wood going through. I wonder if it made a different kind of tree. But either way, as you can see, all of the blocks go through, and if a block does happen to go into the system, like over here there are too many bone meal, so it just bounces back and forth. So there's actually so much bone meal that it won't stay in there. I can send this as a map download if you want, but I will be adding on more stuff to this quote-unquote factory. But continuing, the factory is not the easiest place to go to. I've tried to set the spawn and such. The other thing is nice. The other thing that I wanted to tell the mod developer is nice job inadvertently making a clutter block mod. Oh yeah, clutter. I'm gonna start hurting. Come on here. Mob sounds, but they're never from over there. Well, either way. Going up, this is my attempt at solar panels. Another request from the mod developer. If you could make some sort of battery system. So then, like, you could connect multiple energy cells. Like other boosters. So then you can, like, put in hundreds of batteries and then have them all transmit to the same thing. So then you have super fast energy. But that's not the main thing, I think. I don't think you realize this, but you inadvertently created a clutter block mod within your main mod. No, I think that this one is the one. No, this one is the one size too big. I think that this one is the right kind. No, it was another one. So basically now you can do stuff like this. No, that's too big too. One of these is a clutter block. I just can't figure out what size. Oh, that's because those are the wrong one. Okay, yeah, it's somewhere in here. Yeah, like, you see, you normally can't do it with diamonds, but now you can do this. So that's a diamond slab, but now we have a diamond stair, but this is something that you can do with here. Now I've got a diamond corner stair. Inverted diamond quarter stair. But the nice thing about this, this is going to be kind of like a mod review. The nice thing about it is, one, the textures aren't scaled down like in the actual quarter blocks mod, and two, it's got the same durability slash time to mine as a normal diamond block. And then of course you've got the inverted stair that if I can set it up. And this is actually about as simple as the actual quarter blocks mod, but it's actually simpler because you can see where the block is going to go. So like there you've got the inverted version of that, and then you've got a staircase, an inverted staircase. The other nice thing is I'll put the cake on top of here. So another thing that you can do is these sickles. I'm gonna use a ruby sickle, but you click on it and it destroys all of them on the same level in that area, because you see, like, over here it will destroy that, but not down there. So it only does it on the same level, sadly, which is one of the bugs with the mod. I guess it might be a bug, it might not be intentional, but it's useful like in the grassland that I wanted to work in. So this is another. That's another quarry block. So these are different combinations that you can make with the quarry block, and you've got thousands of combinations. Like right here, you've got the side combination. Now, one of the questions that I have for the mod developer, yes, I have a lot of questions, and I'm basically doing a review for the mod. One of the questions that I haven't taken the time to check myself is whether or not the obsidian is still whether or not obsidian is still able to take the same blast as it would normally be able to take. But let's test that out right now. The other thing is, could you make aluminium clearness that are only available through the /give command? Because basically the /give command is only for admin, so if you could do aluminium through the /give command. Yeah, I want TNT, don't I? So maybe I should go down here instead of up. So let's go and look. So I'm going to make, actually not going to have diamond clearner, I'm going to have sandstone clearner, because sandstone, anyone who has ever done Minecraft knows that sandstone is like the best material for making redstone, because it's so easy to mine. So let's make a redstone a nice looking world. Actually no, let's not do sandstone, let's do and well, I'm gonna answer a few questions at the same time. And then let's get the raw materials of 2 of these. What? We only need the raw material of 1 of these to see whether or not this works, because I have looked through the FAQ, I cannot see any answer to this, so going and doing this should be a good way of testing out the theories. Let's go away the way, because we don't want to be blowing up our own we should just have infinity of those. So let's see. So that block gets blown away. Let's check it with, I'm recording. Okay, so let's check it with this. So we all know that obsidian is blast proof, but can you make a obsidian bunker that still looks good is the question. And so let's start off with keeping lag low, hopefully. So again, at point blank range, let's see if I can do lag proof. Piece. So let's see. Okay, so that's just because I'm recording. I normally don't get that anytime. Oh, and by the way, this is the server that I'm normally on. I am apparently on as Windows 7. I will switch that to JCC 10. That was my last one, but I had to redo it. 11. Yeah, change. So JCC 11 is me. If you want to message me, please message me through there. Do not message me through YouTube. I don't read those messages. And this is going to end up lagging out, hopefully. Not. Okay, that's weird. Now another mod that might go nicely along with this is okay, so the obsidian does not act as obsidian. However, no, sorry about that. Okay, I thought that gave you the block than you started out with. Now, this one is the other one that I wanted to check out. If you have 2 blocks of glass, no, let's say 4 blocks of glass and blocks of a X material, create a one-way pane window. No, now this is another bug that I just noticed. You cannot see through there. Like normal glass, that is not like normal glass, but this is just thing that I'm noticing. So obsidian is not as strong as normal obsidian. That may be a bug, I don't know. Maybe it's just because he can't do anything about it. I don't know. But again, this one would be nice to have that. Another thing that would be nice is implementation of the cubic chunks, which makes it infinity high. You can go infinity high and infinity low. You cannot do it currently, but you cannot actually install the 2 mods together because this one affects chunk generation. However, if you had to choose in between one or the other, I just choose this one. No question. Okay, so continuing. However, one quick thing. When mining obsidian, it takes as long as regular obsidian, as you will soon see. This takes as long as regular obsidian, but also the bits that come out of it look like stone, so I'm not sure why that is. But you can obviously make quarter wares, but then you can also make more detailed corners, but this is a cool part. Now just made a roof. But you see, you can actually mine out this block, but you can't. It might look like you can go in there, but you can't. It's just small enough where you can't. But then the next question is, why doesn't crouch work on that? But you can kind of see it doesn't. So that's just the basic stuff so far that I have seen. There may be more, I don't know. And then, now that we're back in here, let's see, did any drops come out? But the other thing is, you may not always want it to be the nearest location. Like, sometimes I'm... Now, the other thing that I was going to quickly say is... Oh! Okay, so apparently mob drops are working now for me. Or at least I'm starting to get some skellies coming through there. The only issue for me with that is that, if you haven't noticed, I kind of have a limitation with the current implementation, because right now I've got, look at how many, but I cannot make this bone. This is the reason why I say it's semi-automatic. I can't make this bone into bone meal to craft this. Excuse me, to make this into bone meal. I can only do that with BuildCraft. So if he would make something like the automatic crafting table that he has in BuildCraft, it would be great. Otherwise, you would basically have to get 2 different mods. But since I've got the unlimited video time, as to how I got that, YouTube just decided to give me it. So for whatever reason, I have no clue. Well, this one is the next tier up, although technically there are more than 3 tiers. This is a flat tier system, because a standard redstone that has a limit of how far it can go, just a standard redstone wire, not even the red alloy, is tier 1. Tier 2 is out of this wire down here. Tier 3 is the butanic. Again, I'm sorry if I pronounce this stuff wrong. Let me pull up the name. Hopefully I don't pass it again. The blue alloy wire, which moves electricity. Number 1, you need another way than just solar panels to create electricity. And number 2, you need some sort of battery where you can charge it from but one side. Because, like, these don't actually work like batteries. If they would, that would be great, but they don't. And right now, that's kind of an issue because they don't. So now continuing, because that's sad, because as you can see, this is connected up to those. If you could make these into wires, that would be great. Into like batteries, make a battery block. Now, if he gives me access to tier 3, I will make a video showing the functions and how they currently are used. If he lets me do it, otherwise I just play around with it and just as soon as it's released full, I would show how to use it. Maybe learn a little bit extra myself. But this one is fully charged. Also, the charge meter, you cannot actually fully charge it. There's just ever so slightly where you cannot fully charge it. And so that's basically it for tier 2. You've got the electrical wire. You've got basically electrical wire, which is like AC. Basically, you've got the solar cells / power panels, and then you've got the butanic furnace. In a later video, I guess I'll go over how to craft all of this, but this is basically all of tier 2. This is tier 2. Obviously, there's gonna be more to come for tier 2. Maybe a way for lava, maybe running lava through maybe running a pipe through lava to make it heat up and make steam. I don't know. By the way, if the creator of the mod is actually watching this, please give me feedback for my ideas, because sometimes I don't know if my ideas are good or not, and if you do use them, great. But this is a great mod. I would download it, but for me it's just something to make even more complicated redstone creations. And again, I'm looking into making a mod about the actual I'm looking into making a real server using this mod and maybe a few others. The only issue for me right now is that I cannot figure out whether or not this and wireless redstone work together, because at the moment that's one of the major things for me, that if you could even implement wireless redstone, because for servers you can't run a wire in unloaded chunks, and at the moment unloaded chunks just don't work for me. If you like, for me, but one of the ideas, if you watched my previous videos, in one of my previous videos, which I can probably put up a link to right here. No, in my previous videos I have made a basically a way of decoding. Yeah, I can probably just show it right here. I'm only going to be showing it. If you want to actually see the actual creation, you can actually go to the video. This is the Morse code thing. It's just a receiver and transmitter. The only issue with it for me is, well, that you have to have people all along the wire in order for it to transmit, and that doesn't really work well. So obviously you have to have some way of transmitting outside of your render distance. Wrong one. So if you could figure out a way for that to work, that would be great. And so if you could help with that, that would be really nice. And if you like my ideas, please comment. If you like my ideas, please comment about them. Tell me what I could do better, that sort of stuff. And again, I will be updating this and this map to where it's upgradable. I'll be putting in a location underneath where you can basically place in all of your redstone and make it look a little bit better. Also make it, I'm also hopefully going to be moving it into a snow biome, so that then you are basically in a snow biome. If you cannot already figure out what it is for, I pity you. I'm sorry, but if you cannot figure out why I'm moving it into a snow biome, I must pity you. Because, now I'm gonna tell you why I pity you. Because, Christmas is coming up. So, if you haven't already figured it out, I am going to be upgrading it for Christmas. So, I'll quickly show you what I did, upstairs. But first I need to turn on a light. And I'll turn off everything else. Off, off, off. Basically on is off and off is on in my little place here. So, sadly, I cannot negate lava damage. Now, I don't know how you did it, but it looks great having these glow spots over your while you're basically light bulbs. But if you could do it like for glowstone and not do it for this, it would be great, because this looks good, but then with glowstone not having it, it looks kind of odd. But I can kind of understand why you would do it. But again, this is basically the mob spawning pit. It's 3 high, so you can have Enderman spawn in here if he decides to make something with Enderman. I just have the wood machine down there because, well, obviously wood is a resource that most anything requires, but it takes you a long time to make to get the wood, even with having mob spawns for the bone meal. So this is basically the mob spawns, and there's just redstone wire underneath all of these with a little bit of with current running through it, so that then they're all on. If you have no wire, it's off. This air has these just go down one here, and then they go 2 with the signs on them, so then it stays there. Yes, you do need the signs because I did not measure this out. I did not feel like doing it nicely, but you can do it nicer than this if you want to. But again, this will probably be their server if you really need it. So you don't really need to do it nicely. I just made it like that because. And then of course these tubes, you can just have one tube going to each place. You don't even need to have a grid system like me. But I just like the grid system because then whenever I put something in, I didn't have to move the tube there to do it, and it looks a little bit nicer. But I'm doing it in a cabin, whatever. And for this one is just the clicker for this. I made nice little cube thingy. Looks kind of like a blur. Maybe like a laser? I don't know. Does this look like a laser? Is going through there? That looks like a laser, doesn't it? Well, that's another thing that you could add in, lasers. Maybe make them kill mobs, or maybe just make them painters. Like laser painters, so then you can, they're like a laser going into the sky, so then you can find your base again. Whatever. These are, again, just ideas, so if you don't like them, please tell me. And if you do like them, please tell me, because I'd like to know whether or not my ideas are considered good or bad or ugly. I just repeated myself, so I know that I have nothing else to say. And again, I just use the different colored wire. I still have room to upgrade just with the wiring. And then of course I can just drill out basically wherever to continue making these contraptions. This contraption itself can be made smaller. Obviously everything in here can be made smaller, except for the mob spawner that should probably be made bigger and probably further away. But everything in here can be made smaller. This one probably not much, but everything else yes, except for the actual chest inputs. But the only reason why they aren't smaller is because, well, I kind of wanted to put this video out. I had an idea of a tree mechanism and couldn't wait to show it. I'm kind of still recovering from a cold, so my next videos will be me coughing, that sort of stuff. So again, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Tell me if you have any ideas on making even cooler contraptions. I'm looking forward to knowing about it. But if you could make like a way, again, if you could make a way of pulling the item, one of crafting just in general, because I haven't tried it, but whether or not you can actually do stuff like in Buildcraft, you could. Ooh, pumpkin craft. This is a nice thing. Oh, that's kind of weird. Okay, well, apparently the pumpkin club was already oriented, so that's kind of weird. Maybe you should make it to where I don't know. Okay, I just want to Okay, I am totally digressing, so please comment, rate, and subscribe. I will be hopefully getting this onto the blog about Red Bio 2. Again, this even if you add in the third tier of um, computers, an actual computer. By the way, if I can get that, please give me that, because I do know a little bit about programming, not Java, but I do know programming in general, so I should be able to uh, make some tutorials about that. But um, if I could get that, that would be great. And please comment, rate, subscribe. And if you have any ideas on what to do with things like this, please tell me. This cannot be made any smaller due to the fact that you can only filter one item at a time. So basically this is just so then I can only have these items going in. Maybe making a way for that to be smaller, I don't know. Yeah, please comment, rate, subscribe, and see ya.